Alright, so Longshot is a very solid champion overall, right? His damage output in like buffed matchups is just crazy strong, and his utility is also just very good as well. However, Longshot in like non-buff matchups isn't like the best thing out there, to say the least. Like, his damage output is kind of on the mid side, right? It's not too great, it's not too bad either. It is just there. And this has been the case for a while now, right? But there is a saving grace for Longshot, and that is the Rogue synergy. The Rogue synergy really helps Longshot in like these type of fights where there aren't that many buffs. And yeah, like the synergy has been a very big factor for Longshot for a while now. I made a video about it like a long time ago, so I felt like it was a good time to refresh y'all just like about how good this synergy is, because now my Longshot is rank 5 and we can just do some more gameplay with it, right? So yeah, this fight goes pretty well, but then again, not the fastest time out there. I think it was like about 1:54, which is, for 6 rank 5, it is not too great to say the least. But now we have the Rogue synergy, and this synergy just really changes things for sure. So watch this. We can just, start the same way, just by doing heavy attacks, go in, drop some more heavy attacks, right? But then things change when the SP2 drops, because when the SP2 drops, for every like bad karma that we inflict, we have a chance to inflict double the incinerates. And this is just like a massive damage bump for him, because, his incinerates are his biggest form of damage. So yeah, like duplicating them just leads to some great numbers, right? Like right here, instead of 5 incinerates, we got 8 here, which is just a massive difference, right? So yeah, this synergy is just like a massive help for Longshot in like these non-buff matchups. And like even in the buff matchups, he still gets a nice benefit from it for sure. So yeah, like this synergy is just a massive game changer, I feel like, because it makes Longshot quite viable in these matchups where like he wasn't originally, right? So yeah, like right here we dropped SP2, some more like extra incinerates, which is just perfect. And yeah, now we can just go back in, drop some heavy attacks, and those heavy attacks are being duplicated as well. And yeah, this fight just goes so much faster than before, and it's just a very massive difference of like fight time and just like overall like feel. It just feels so much better this way, I feel like. So yeah, we can just go back in, drop one more SP2 here, we get 1 extra incinerate, which is pretty good, and now the fight is pretty much over, which is, yeah, a very fun time. So there we get the last incinerate, and the fight is done in about 1:23 seconds, which is a very, very nice time. Like compared to 1:54, it is a massive difference. And like even in buffed matchups like here in Eternity of Pain, we can still notice the difference of like how much the Rogue synergy is affecting us. They are kind of messed up, but it is what it is. Like that was just bad play on my end. But yeah, like the fight here just goes pretty well. We can just go back in, drop the SP2, and then watch this. 7 incinerates to 10. Very, very solid there. Like he has so many incinerates now. Like when there's buffs involved, he just has like up to 10, which is just so crazy, man. And like here I can just go back in, 3 incinerates there, drop the SP2, and yeah, now we're just chilling. I forgot to mention though, the incinerates that trigger from like buffs being fate sealed, those don't duplicate, which kind of stinks, but you know what, it is what it is. The only ones to duplicate are the ones that are triggered by like your heavy attack, right? So yeah, that's just something to note there, but it still is a very solid synergy, even like in these buffed matchups here, because you can still do a pretty big difference with just like the bad karma alone. So there we just go for another heavy attack, and yeah, the fight is just pretty much over now. So yeah, pretty fast. I think it was like, what, 1:11 seconds, which is a very solid time overall. Like watch this. Yeah, it was like 1:11 seconds. So good. And now watch this fight, man. This fight is just even crazier somehow. So we can just go in, drop our heavy attacks, the usual start. And yeah, this fight is just very short, because the Longshot in these type of matchups is just crazy good. So we can just go back in, drop some more combos, and now we're just chilling. Here she plays pretty passively, but it's fine, because watch this. We can just go back in, drop the SP2, and it is just showtime now. Some very nice incinerates there, and then look at this. She drops the SP1, and yeah, a lot of incinerates there. Now we're just chilling pretty much. So now he drops more heavy attacks, and yeah, she is just melting at this point. She drops the SP1, and yeah, it is just kind of game over. Then yeah, the fight is just done. And yeah, Longshot is just a very crazy champion at base, right? But with the synergy, he somehow becomes even crazier. So yeah, let me get thoughts on Longshot. I feel like he's still just a very solid champion overall, and with the synergy, he is just a lot better as well. And yeah, that's about it for me.